Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Alpha Central. I'm your host, Jack, and today we're taking a look at modern women shocked by men's honesty. But let's jump right in, right after you subscribe, of course. Disclaimer, this video was made for strictly comedic/artistic purposes. No offense is intended towards any individual featured in this video.
Why is it more acceptable to shame men for having low standards versus shaming women for having unrealistic high standards?
It is great. I'm speechless on that one.
Oh yeah, you kinda got me flabbergasted on that one.
Right, you don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Dang, they couldn't even answer the question because his point was nothing but facts.
Girls, when you're 40, really panic and go back to the church. You know that? Like, you will be back at the church, whether you like it or not. I'd say come early. Right? You're an atheist right now, right?
What's an atheist?
Well, you don't believe in God right now?
I do believe in God.
No, look at your actions. No, you don't believe in God right now?
God supports me.
You have to come back to the church, man. But the problem is, you're traumatized. That's why you're all these men.
Once they hit their 40s and they're still single, they will be heading right back to church.
What happens if a man gets evicted? What happens if a man who's not married and has no kids, runs out of money and can't pay his rent, and there's no facilities? Where does he go?
Probably the streets.
Thank you. Same place where you'll be. And we need to start telling more women, y'all are going to be homeless. Because I know where in hell that somebody needs to take care of a bunch of elderly rebel women who mismanaged their lives because they didn't want to get along with somebody.
It might.
If men did the same thing, the street would be waiting for men too, right?
Dang, she was literally about to cry from that one, but he was spitting straight facts.
You guys are so used to saying whatever and no one ever catches you on that. You come from me, you think you could do the same. You know, I'm the first person that tells you guys go back out there into the first thing guys are gonna do is, hey beautiful, hey lovely, oh my god, you're the best looking girl. All these guys are lying to you guys. And you come on my platform and I tell you guys the truth and you guys don't like it. And I get it. If someone was lying to me my whole entire and I met this random told me like, yo, who are you, bro? Right? But I'm not you or you, especially not you. So I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. With that being said, any questions? You had something to say earlier. You don't want to say it now?
No, I just want to leave.
Okay, cool. Well, you can go get up and leave. Yeah. Because I want you to leave too. I'm not offending you. I'm telling you the truth.
The look on these girls' faces when he tells them the honest truth just shows who they really are.
Ask everyone to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10. We're going to go around the table on this. Go ahead.
10.
Nick.
10. I hate this question. 8. I hate that question.
Why?
Because it's so like shallow and stupid.
I would say probably 7.5 to 8.
I'd say around 7. 8.
6 to 7, but I think 7 when I smile.
Chase, what about you?
7.5, 8 on a good day.
I'm going to say it. Y'all overrated yourselves a lot.
That's not very nice.
How would you have responded if Brian said that
yeah, I'm a 10.
he was a 10?
I want someone who's like confident.
Wouldn't the confident thing be like, I acknowledge that I'm not amongst the most physically attractive people in the world?
I don't know why you want so badly for girls to bring their numbers down.
For you to say that we overrated us is so ridiculous to me.
How's that ridiculous?
Because you don't even think of yourself as a 10, but yeah, you're trying to tell us what we are.
Yeah, because I have eyeballs.
It's okay not to be a 10 out of 10. In fact, the more you acknowledge your flaws, the more attractive it makes you.
Yourself on a scale of 1 to 10.
10s across the board. Oh, period.
Isn't saying you're a 10 admitting there's no room for improvement?
No, not at all.
Isn't the first step towards improvement admitting you're not perfect?
You're right. We just said we're 10s. You didn't say that being on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being perfect.
What would be perfect then? On a scale of 1 to 10?
There is no perfect, really.
They call themselves perfect, but say they're not perfect. Maybe time to reevaluate that 10 rating.
She's independent, and she pays her own bills, and she takes care of herself.
Then she's an average adult. Like what, you expected to be patted on the back and applauded and be given awards because you're doing average adult things? She's not some bad bee. She's an adult.
I really don't see her doing anything special here. Isn't everyone supposed to be paying their bills?
Pop the balloon to reject the girl. My name's Dr. Elim. I'm 38 years old, and I pop my balloon just because you're simply too young.
I mean, if you change your mind, I'm open to it, though.
Why would you be open to it?
Because you're handsome, for
Sure.
one.
So you only like me because I'm beautiful.
Just like I'm beautiful.
Yeah, but that's not why I would only like you.
So why would you like me? Because you didn't answer that.
Because you can bring something and add something to my life. But because you're a liability, you can't add anything to my life.
Dude clearly wasn't interested in her, and she still got salty towards him. Seems like someone who can't take no for an answer.
Guys, we are never going to get invited to that situation unless we're somebody. Whereas as a girl, just for you existing and being pretty, you're going to get invited to those things. So there's clearly a double standard.
You feel me?
Which is fine. Nothing wrong. I'm not here to cry about double standards. I'm here to acknowledge the double standards and say that you're not always going to have the leverage and always have double standards that benefit you. One of the double standards that benefits men is if we can attract and get a bunch of girls, it's good for us, but it's not necessarily as good for you.
Why is it that a girl can just walk in anywhere, but a man has to prove himself?
Not that men don't want an accomplished woman, it's that men don't want to deal with a disagreeable that spends all of her time chasing excellence, climbing a corporate ladder. You know, the notion that toxic feminism says things like, you know, go and get a career and take care of yourself so you don't need a man, basically says, go and serve a man in the corporate world, line his pockets with gold, but don't serve a family or a husband at home.
It's okay to be confident in yourself, but when you make it your entire personality, that's a big problem.
Boys are taught how to treat girls, but not what to expect from them. Girls are taught what to expect from boys, but not how to treat them. Red flag.
This guy has got a great point. It's always got to be men providing something while women expect more.
You started dating him before his divorce was final?
Yeah, it was like some Caribbean stuff. I'd rather not say it all online, but it wasn't, you know.
Okay, I think women who do what you do, honestly, deserve what you get.
My dad has said that.
Let me listen, and I don't mean to be rude, but I think that women who do that, you're dealing with a man who's married, so that's wrong. He's committing the adultery, but you're dealing with a married man.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Listen. He cannot legally marry you.
Correct.
That's all that matters. I don't care about the details.
Yeah.
And you know that.
Yeah,
you
I do.
need to deal with that, and you need to leave my guys alone. My guys deserve women who are emotionally available, who have the emotional bandwidth, mindset, and the heart to be good women for them. They don't need to deal with women like yourself who've chosen to come in with baggage and trauma.
Well, this guy that I'm dealing with, he's qualified.
Ma'am, no matter what you say, no matter what you say, it will not change the fact you chose this.
You know, there's just no way around it. Seeing a married man is never okay. Period. End of story.
That it does to men what social media does to women in terms of setting up a sense. Could you elaborate on that a bit more?
Women will get their validation from attention, which eventually leads to resources. Attention from a man leading to a wedding ring, or attention from a man leading to him being her sugar daddy. And then men will get their validation, compliance from women, holding their hand, showing up on time, to the point where a woman is like taking the kids to school, making dinner, whatever, and then eventually to, because it leads to replication. Men get a massive amount of validation. Women know that men are will. I just don't think women understand the validation that men get in addition to the pleasure, the physical pleasure.
Bro does have a fair point here. While Instagram may be a bit different, many women still get validation from their posts.
So today I'm here with
Sydney.
Okay, so the first question is, what age do you want your ideal man to be?
Like 21 to 30.
21 to 30, okay. What race do you want your ideal man to be?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter? Okay, what's the minimal height you want your ideal man to be?
6'2".
Damn, you want him, oh shit. Okay. All right, what's the minimum income you want your ideal man to make? Minimum.
60K.
60K?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not bad. Yeah, okay. So the chance of you finding your ideal man is 0.47%. No, in America though, like in all of them, you gotta think.
What do you mean?
You know, not the chance of you finding him, but the chances of him being out there.
It's 0.4%?
Yeah, cause like, think about it. Not a lot of men make 60K between 21.
Mine was gonna be higher.
The fact she is so shocked is unbelievable to me. Obviously, based on her preferences, there's gonna be slim chances of her finding the perfect match.
So bad that you can't comment on a woman's weight. They're suing doctors for telling them the truth. Doctors are losing their jobs because the women are mad that they're being told that they're fat. If anybody should be able to tell a woman that they're fat, it should be a doctor. That's how bad you want everybody to coddle to your feelings, to where now doctors can't even tell these truth, man.
How could you sue a doctor for telling the truth? Seems like some of these women are just salty about their poor choices.
Your friend makes $10K a month doing OnlyFans. You're saying you support that. Why don't you do it?
I don't want to do it.
Okay, you don't want to do it. So you don't support it that much. You don't support it that much. Because anything I support, I'm willing to do as well.
Eric?
Right? Hold on, let me finish. You want to know the funny thing about girls that do OnlyFans? Their egos get inflated because all these guys are in their DMs saying, I love you, I would do this for you. Here's $500 for your toes. Here's $1,000 for rent. Here's $1,000 for a bag, right? And here's what happens. Girls sell themselves online, then they stop that. Then ironically, when they want to get with a guy, they want him to meet a certain standard. He has to make a certain amount of money. He has to be a certain height. And then all that money that they got from doing all... Where the f...
As soon as the clout is gone from their online pictures, these women are helpless.
What is the lean test? Basically, Lil Dicky posted a picture with, I guess, new girl he's been dating. If you look at the picture, he's like really leaning toward her. And the lean test is just like, if you want to have a healthy relationship, the girl should be leaning into the guy. It's the sign of probably a pretty weak man if he's the one who's like leaning in. It's not a good look. And it's funny, if I look back, I had a really bad relationship one time. A lot of the photos, I'm leaning in. So it's just kind of indicative about the relationship itself.
Boys, this is an easy way to tell if a relationship is solid or in shambles.
So these women talking on these shows, they sabotaging themselves a lot of the time in a lot of men's eyes because they are saying things publicly that never should be shared.
Right.
And I think because they do that and they don't understand it, they'll never be able to, wrap their mind around why they not being wiped up and taking, longer than 3-month relationships and shit.
They say some wild
shit. Yeah, they willing to say it. And just even about money-wise, like I don't know no rich boy who would talk to it, like wipe up a joint, who went on a podcast and said, and it's not one size fits all, so it's not everybody. But I've never met a rich dude who would say, oh man, that chick, she only dates 7-figure earners, I'm gonna go get her. I've never met that. Every nigga, you trying to smash that and you slide. And a lot of us have like fake options. Like women could think they got options when a dude will smash. That don't mean nothing. Not wifing y'all. And that's the reality. And it's just only because I think the privacy thing.
Here's an example of being underconfident. Find a balance and I guarantee men will be more attracted to you girls.
What is your ideal man age?
My ideal man age is anywhere between 4 and 6 years older than me.
So what is that?
So I'm 33.
Okay.
So what I say, 4 to 6?
Yeah, so
37 to 39.
37 to 39? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do like 34 to 39.
Yeah.
Okay. What race do you want him to be?
Oh, black for sure. Black.
Okay. What's the minimal height you want your ideal man to be?
I want my ideal man to be anywhere from 5'9" and up.
5'9" and up? Okay. Yeah. What's the minimal income you want your ideal man to make?
So, I make some good money, so he gotta make it at least 6 figures.
Okay, so the chances of you finding that is 0.71%.
Oh my God, that's terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah, but you gotta think though, like, a lot of men really don't make 6 figures.
6 figures? You'll have a hard time finding it.
The reason why men don't care about women that have careers in professionalism, etc. in general, I'm not saying I wouldn't date them, but I don't care for it, is because a lot of the times when women come from careers, especially high earning careers, especially careers that tend to make them more masculine, they're annoying. If I'm going to be very candid about this, because, why?
No, I said okay.
Yeah, they're annoying, they're less agreeable, they're argumentative, they're competitive. They think that their money matters to me when it really doesn't. They just have a lot of bad traits a lot of the times, and she's not available. She just isn't available. So why would I, and then they tend to be a little bit older because obviously she's chased a career, she has an advanced degree, doctor, whatever, especially. She's older, she's in the late 20s and 30s at this point. For me, I'm like, I don't give a f. I'd rather go date a hotter 21-year-old that's not going to give me a headache, that's going to be more compliant, that's going to be more submissive, follow my program. And that's really what I'm more interested in. Like, men typically don't care about a woman's ability to create resources.
There are certain jobs that should be left to men and certain ones that should be left to women. Let's play to our strengths here.
Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. But regardless of my friends being I always keep myself around successful people. Them being got nothing to do with them being successful. So if I
So she's a successful hoe?
be successful?
Yeah, it's a lot of successful pussy. A lot of successful pussy. I just think it's time for you to get a different group or circle of people. See, what you got to understand, Queen, is when me and you get together, we're going to operate on a different vibration.
I'm just successful hoe.
I understand that, but don't you think... I understand that.
Successful her being ain't got
but don't you, and I'm not trying to, I don't think you're a basic woman, so I'm not trying to come at you basic, but don't you think that's a basic way of thinking? We want to vibrate with a woman that's on that type of shit, and you are trying to take over the girl. Me and you are trying to make sure that our kids and our grandkids are rich, born rich. No, that about the goddamn, what is she going to teach you? What value does she give us? Why is she hanging out with you? What can she put you on? What kind of situations and doors can she open other than your legs? Ma'am, when you get to a certain level, it's time to leave that cat.
They may be successful, but they don't have the personality to get through life.
Men are easy.
Yeah.
And that's sad. Like, I like a man with values.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
A guy that's picky.
Yeah, you think he's easy, but okay, men and women are playing the same game, but we're playing it in hard mode. You guys are playing it in easy mode. You can go to a bar with 100 people, and they say they're men, and 95 of those men are going to go to bed with you if you wanted to.
Oh, that's awful.
And just by what? You saying, you want to go home? Yeah.
Oh.
What about men? I don't think it's worked the same way. So a man that has 30 bodies is because most of them he worked for it.
That's disgusting.
I mean,
but
he worked for it though.
That's awful. Yeah, I get it, because he has to work
And
into
women,
like convincing
yes.
her and like kind of getting there. Like, oh no, now I hate that.
And women, it's easy. It's easy to just get laid. Not for men. I'm sorry. Even for the most attractive man, it's not that easy.
Crazy how this has to be explained. Women really do live in a completely different world than men.
If you are too fat or overweight or obese, you are necessarily unhealthy.
But
not
see,
necessarily,
that's
especially depending on how you define fat.
Yeah, and see, that's subjective to the person.
Let's try to have a
Some people would say that I'm fat.
logical.
And there was a minute when I struggled with eating disorders and I was under 100 pounds. I was dramatically underweight. And that at the time, that was the expected societal beauty standard. And now people would consider me fat. So yeah, if someone called me a fat whore, for example, that is absolutely body shaming.
Okay, but let's maybe see if
Or
we can...
Neko, for instance, is perfectly healthy. She's been to her physicals.
Oh,
you're
you would,
incredibly healthy.
If I told, okay, I will give some background. I've been an athlete my entire life. My number weight is something that I have struggled with a lot. And when I went on the Fresh and Fit podcast, I did read a lot of comments and they were all calling me a whale. Wow. I'm serious.
How can you be fat and still healthy? If you're fat, you're just not healthy. But you can work on it and you can mitigate it.
My name is Dr. Elim. I'm 38 years old, and I popped my balloon after listening to you.
Okay, damn. Okay.
Have you had therapy before?
No, you want to be my therapist? I think you're too into that, because I don't need therapy. I'm fine.
I can definitely afford you financially, but maybe not emotionally.
Bro is absolutely ruthless. Telling the honest truth is the best way to reject someone.
Are constantly exposed to the idea that you have way more options with men than you actually do.
It's all about perception.
Because a lot of times, especially when you're emotional, which you might argue correctly that women can be a little bit more emotional than men, you may be more understanding of your short-term needs versus your long-term needs. And in the short term, what you'll see is man in my DMs, 1,000 messages in my DMs a month. Pics, people from all over the world sending me messages.
I will send them to your mother, find out all.
Gosh, me
I will
too.
screenshot that. Send it to every single one.
Pics never.
They need to see the bigger picture because one day there won't be hundreds of men lining up.
If a guy calls you hot, he's looking at your body. If a guy calls you pretty, he's looking at your face. If a guy calls you beautiful, he's looking at your heart. All three guys still want to though.
He said it perfectly. Every dude is there for one reason, so be cautious if your girl has male friends. You guys have made it to the end. Like and subscribe to prove you're an alpha. And remember, according to YouTube, the best way to help the channel in the algorithm is to watch another one of my videos right after this video. So if you like this video, you should watch another one. Till next time.